We gather here today, 23,000 strong entrepreneurs in search of the American dream. Freedom from bankruptcy, freedom from stress. You know, sometimes breakdowns become your biggest breakthroughs. Often we surround ourselves with negative people. People that tell you you'll never be successful, you'll never own your own business. Those are the ones I love the most. I tell the haters, when you doubt me, I love you even more. And when I get my biggest win, I'm going to come and hug you. My friends, if you say that, you'll kill them every time. When you get in this business, you have to become radicalized. You have to eat, sleep, drink, market America. It has to become your new DNA. You know, when we join Market America, the first thing they tell us is that we crazy. But when you succeed, they always tell you how lucky you are. I believe sacrifice is the key. You have to totally be dedicated in order to be successful. You got to give it your all. In your worst times, it's preparing you for what's to come. When you go through tough times, it's only giving you ammunition to pass down to your team. You're talking from experience. When your team member struggles, experience is key. Sacrifice is key. Your family's having a big party. The new movie you want to see is on. All these temptations start flying at you all of a sudden. But it's the ones who sacrifice most that become the most successful on franchise owners. You know, when I come up here, I speak from the heart. That's all I know how to do. You know, they try to kill me over 20 times in my life. I literally seen bullets come in front of me and make U-turns. God is great. Now, he saved my life. I don't believe he saved my life so many times so I could be the biggest rapper on earth. I know he saved my life so I can inspire you, motivate, and share his many blessings with you. When we come into this world, we come in naked and alone. Most of us don't have no real money financial. You know, nobody's guaranteed success or greatness in life. So many people become successful and keep all the blessings to themselves. I don't like those people. My brother JR came into this world just like us, naked alone, didn't have much. But as soon as he got his blessings, he shared it with all of us in Market America. He's changed thousands. Could you imagine this? He's changed thousands of people's lives, made hundreds of people's millionaires. Now, you got to really think about this. Most people come into this world, all they do is think about themselves. Once you get your blessings, you don't care about nobody else. This man came into this earth and helped hundreds of people become millionaires. That's what I call amazing. Give it up for my brother JR. It didn't matter to him. It didn't matter. It's all I could think of. Nah, JR, it's amazing to me, bro. Like, they should have a statue of JR in Greensboro, North Carolina, bro. A statue. He helped so many people, men, women, LGBT, it didn't matter. He loves us all. He wants us all to win. I told you before, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. What's crazy is the day I got signed and I got put off the streets, I rushed home to tell my mother that I got signed and had a record deal. And she turned around and told me, Joe, I got bad news. I got diagnosed with cancer. Now, the doctor said if she had a surgery, she would only have a 1% chance to win. The doctor told me in my face Had it been his mother, he would just let her go home, not take the surgery, and just live the rest of her days with her family. My mother looked at me and said, Joey, we have 1%. I believe we can do it. She did the surgery, and sure enough, 25 years later, she's alive and going strong with us today. God is great. See, if you don't believe, you can't achieve. If you walk around doubting yourself, worrying, letting negative thoughts overcome you, you'll never win. Look at my girl, Dawn Florio. Look at my girl, Dawn Florio. She's a criminal defense attorney. She does some of the biggest cases in New York City. Look her up, Google her. The biggest cases. When I showed her the business plan, she immediately became radicalized. She went from home to home, teaching the team. She started buying and selling products. In fact, she sells products in the same courtrooms she holds trials. Hold up. It's no time for excuses. It's no time for excuses. What's bugged out to me is Dawn ran to her moms and pops and told them she was in this new business, Market America, and they wanted to die immediately. See, she was their star. But she joined Market America and won 7 consecutive President's Challenges in a row. Now, when I meet people and they tell me they don't have time, it bugs me out. We so proud to have you, Dawn, wherever you at. We love you, Team Fat Joe, Market America. You're true. You're great, man. You have to believe all the way through. See, a lot of people come here and they see the Millionaires Row and they see all the new technology and the new strategies, and all of a sudden they go back and they think they could do it. And as soon as it gets a little bit tough or a bumpy road, you start to wonder and you don't believe. That's when you have to believe the most. At the tough times, it's when you have to believe most. See, if it was easy for everybody to be rich, we all be rich, right? Success to me is like hiking up a hill. The terrain is rough, it's hot, it's tiring. Middle of that hill, you want to stop, you can't do it, but you got to keep fighting for that success. And we all know that once you hit the top of the hill, coming down that hill is so much easier. But you got to believe all the way through. You have to tell yourself every day something I tell myself: nothing can stop me. We all the way up. See, we all want an easy ride, but life isn't that easy, isn't it? Me, myself, I went through some terrible times a couple of years ago. I got put in jail for 3 months. Every night in my cell, I would ask God, God, why? Why me? I give back to my community. I help my people. I'm a good family man. See, I had fame. I had fortune. I had a great family. Now I'm sitting here in a bunk in a jail cell. When you lose it all is when you lose it all, that's when you're able to appreciate it more. And that's a fact. Basically, God gave me a 3-month cleanse. See, when you're down and out, that's when you see who your real friends are. And believe me, you ain't got too many of them. Work on yourself. Let your darkest moments bring you the most clarity. Let your darkest moments bring you your most clarity. You know, when they took me away from my family, I spent 3 months. The biggest lesson I learned was that time is currency, and you have to take the courage it takes to move on with time. You can easily believe, you know, when you get down and out, you start to believe in a generational curse. You start to tell yourself, my mother, my father, they never had nothing. Nobody in my family ever had nothing. How can I succeed? I'm never going to be a business owner. I'm never going to be financially freed. I'm going to be a slave my whole life. My friends, don't let the past determine your future. You know, often I go back. This is a secret. I'm letting y'all know this one. It's a Fat Joe secret. And I'm telling 23,000 people. I'm telling you, this is amazing strategy right here. When I talk from the heart. Often, I go back to the greatest moments I've ever had, and I get on my knees till my knees hurt, and I pray to God, and I say, God, let me feel like that one more time. Let me feel that great. Give me one more shot to prove to these people I got what it takes. You have to go back to the best place, the best moment of your time in order to succeed, in order to win. Don't never forget that. And if you pray hard enough, the blessings will come your way. You know, you come into this business, it's hard. You got to fight. You got to be a gladiator. You got to be a warrior. You know, I told you this story of a young lady before, and I never repeat the speeches, but it's so amazing and so impactful to me that I hope you can really digest this and go home thinking about this. I'll tell you a story about a young girl named Malala. She's from Pakistan. Her father was a school teacher. She loved education. She grew up in a fun town in Pakistan, and she would go to school with her little girlfriends every day. She loved education. And one day, the Taliban, the terrorists, they took over the town. And one of the biggest rules they ever implemented was no school for little girls. Now, Malala is so brave. She went and protested against the Taliban. I don't know how many of us would go protest against the Taliban. Sure enough, they shot her in the head. She woke up months later out of a coma. It didn't deter her. She fought harder for education. She went around the world. She encouraged young ladies that never been to school before to go to school. And because of that, as a teenager, they gave her a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, what's so incredible about this story is not even about Malala. It's about the name Malala. See, the name Malala came from a young lady in Afghanistan, a brave young lady. So her father, the school teacher, would talk to her mother's belly all the time about Malala and how brave she was, how courage she was. The original Malala grew up in Afghanistan at a time when England conquered Afghanistan. And one day they had the battle of all battles. And England was far superior, so England was beating them up. The Afghans start to retreat. They start running away. This little girl, Malala, grabbed the Afghanistan flag, ran up to the highest hill, and screamed, "I'd rather live as a lion today than as a slave for 100 years. You heard that? She'd rather live as a lion today than as a slave for 100 years. And the reason I told you that little story is, would you rather go home and live like a lion, build your business, do the shopping annuity, take financial freedom into your own hands, or would you rather go home and be a slave to the 45-year program? I myself will always be a lion and fight the system and be an entrepreneur and take my life into my own hands. There's nothing like this. There's nothing like this in the world, like Market America. 23,000 entrepreneurs. There is no more middle class. You're either rich or you poor, and you're working for somebody else. I've never seen guys who just come into a business as big as this and sit down and get in the elevator with guys who are like corporate Fortune 500 leaders. You'll never get that chance to rub elbows with that. You got to take destiny into your own hands. You got to fight for what's yours. Nothing's going to come easy. If you do not fight and you lay down, you will be very unhappy with the rest of your life. 25 years, make some noise. Alicia, what's up? Yo, it's 25 years. Everybody get up. Market America. I got a special treat. Lauren said, you got to do 2 songs for me. It's the 25th anniversary. So, T.A., come up. Let's go. Hey, yo, Christian, play that music so we can get it popping out here, man.
Oh, oh.
Swiss beat.
Hands up, come on, hands up.
Let's go, Market America.
Come on, I say hey.
If you having a good time, make some noise. 25 years. Got to do with it, baby.
Hey, it's about trust.
Come on. I see the UK in the building. I see Canada in the building. I see Taiwan in the building. Slow down, baby. Let you know from the gate. I want a chick with thick hips and licks her. She can be the office type, polite to. Girl, you get me around, how you look in my eyes. But you talk too much, man. Don't wanna lose the feeling, cause the roof is ceiling is off. And you looking good for the getting of her. Whether in a hoodie or a linen of her. You just see the jury of my women and I'm living it up. The squad say, with chicks that's willing to. You say you got a man and you're in love, but what's love gotta do with a little menage? After the party, me and you can just stop for a few and she can come too. What's love? Got to do with it, baby.
Sing that song. It's about trust.
Come on. Got to do with it, baby.
Sing that song. It should be about trust.
Now when I look in your eyes, there's no stopping me. I want the dance, shall we crack on? I don't want your sex,
Just break my back.
Now everybody. Come on. And I'ma put it on you, girl. I'ma put it on you, girl.
Hey,
Got to do with it, baby.
it's about trust.
Come on. Got to do with it, baby. Market
It should be
America.
about
Mark Ashley.
trust.
25 years of success. 25 more coming.
It's about trust.
Come on. Got to do with it, baby.
Market America.
It should be about us.
This should be about trust.
Woo! Market America.
Market America. And it go a little something like
Yeah.
this. Go.
Throw your hands in the air right now, man. If you having a good time, make some noise. I don't give a what about your faults or mishaps. We from the Bronx, New York. Kids clapping, let us park a place. Half the people in the squad got a scar on their face. Now it's a cold world and this is ice. Half a meal for the charm, brother. This is life. I got the Phantom in front of the building. Trinity, yeah. 10 years, been legit, they still figure me bad. Now as a young, was too much to cope with. Why you think? Mom, nickname the cook. Should've been called on robbery, extortion, or maybe grand larceny. I did it all, put the pieces to the puzzle. This long, I knew me and my people was gone bubble. Came out the game, lost the flow. That brother with the shotty was the loco kid. I said my people don't dance, we just pull up our pants and do the rock away. Now lean back. Come on. I said my people don't dance, we just pull up our pants and do the rock away. Now everybody lean back. Come on. Woo! Congratulations.
25 years of success. 25 more. Let's go.
Up in the morning, girl, and the DJ playing that song. Now what you gonna do?